Good day to all organizers and my fellow presenters. I am Pooja from India. Today I'll be giving a presentation on the topic Narrative Goes the Cyber Way, the case of India's lockdown film See You Soon. The discussion shall largely focus on the recent cyber noir films in Malayalam cinema, which is a regional film industry in India. The paper shall explore how the COVID-19 lockdown in India opens up new spatial experiments within this industry using See You Soon, a film narrated on a computer screen location as a case study. So, right from its inception, Malayalam cinema has been pioneering a number of novel techniques and modes of production and themes in India's movie making culture, be it the first indigenously made 70 film Pade Otam to the first 3D film made in India, My Dear Kuttichatan, or be it the first publicly funded movie called Amma Ariyan. Again, it was the Malayalam film industry which had come out in India for the first time with a live action animation hybrid film called O Fabi, and also pioneered the making of the first digitally shot and distributed film in India, Muna Madural. And again, it was the first film in the world to experiment with a new casting technique using a single actor in the film, The Guard. And with Jalad Chayam, this industry makes a landmark of shooting a feature film completely on a mobile camera. The experimental edge of the Malayalam cinemas has been exceptional even in the contemporary times, with the cyberspace experience of the Malayali dominating the spatial canvas of its cinemas in the wake of a new normality post COVID 19. But how do we understand the success of the recent tech noir, cyber noir films in Malayalam cinemas, especially it coming from an industry which has been quite hostile to techno scientific spectacles or for any kind of spectacles for that matter, and has always been rooted to the everyday realities of its people? So one therefore needs to locate these contemporary films within this framework of the familiar world, an aspect integral to Malayalam cinema. But what happens when the familiar world itself gets disrupted with the arrival of a new normal in the context of the pandemic? Therefore, this paper tries to understand the experimentations in Malayalam cinema in the recent times in the context of the disruption brought to the familiar world of the Malayalis. Malayalam cinemas, as I have said, have historically remained grounded and captured the changing socio-cultural experience of the Kerala society using especially realistic locations. This tradition goes back to the first silent film made in Kerala, Vikata Kumaran, and also the first talkie made in Malayalam, Balan. All of them were socials. The spatial conditions which these films employed kept an ideological demarcation from the spatial extravaganzas and royalty that was part of the mythologicals, which were a dominant theme in other industries in India in the pre-independence period. Instead, in Malayalam films, the radical working class protests, lives of the marginalized, political activism of agricultural laborers, anti-caste movements, all the were the dominant themes. And also the low-born locations of these films expressed a closeness to lived experiences of the people and enabled them to register the Malayalis' familiar world. However, this familiar worlds were also closely tied to the social, cultural, and political milieu of the region. With the arrival of studios in Kerala by the 1950s, we see films like Jeevitha Nauka in the post-independence period using studio locations to represent the domestic as well as the external. In the 1960s, a plethora of films explored the final remains of the matrilineal family patterns in Kerala by depicting such domestic spaces as haunting, like in Bhargavi Nilayam, and traumatizing as in Irutinde Atmavu. But it was Ramu Karyad's Chemmin, featuring the lives of a fishing community and their everyday struggle using original coastal locations that went on to become extremely popular and achieved a classical status in Malayalam. By the late 1960s and 70s, with the state subsidization of Malayalam cinema, a number of new auteurs came forward, gaining the benefits of these reforms and addressed the grey areas of nation-building project in their cinemas. These new wave cinemas used unconventional narrative styles, locations, and techniques to express historical discontinuities. The dilapidating feudal household spaces dominated the cinescapes of new wave's most prominent directors like Adur Gopalakrishnan and his films like Elipatayam. Commercial films that came during this period and also those that followed, be it action, stunt genre, or romance, all of these emphasized on the lived experiences of the urban working class and urban middle classes. Despite the films of Shaji and Karun, Ivy, Shashi, Padmaraj, and Fazil in the late 1980s and 1900, representing the language of the everyday through their films, the influx of a new money from the Gulf, a place to where Malayalis were migrating at this point in large numbers, paved way to the plush, artificially constructed sets showcasing a neo-rich class. The excesses prevailed in the 2000s as well. However, even these films did not miss depicting the crowd and confusion surrounding the day to day of a liberalizing society. One might surely at this point wonder that in an industry dominated by socials and psychological domestic dramas, how did the horror, the fantasy, the magical, or any amount of excesses survive? And how did Malayalam cinema that had abandoned the tradition of mythologicals from the very beginning contain grandeur and spectacles, especially when it comes to filmmaking in the tech and cyber era? And has it been appealing to an audience that has always watched films rooted in their everyday experiences? The accommodation, therefore, of the tech narratives in Malayalam cinemas is closely linked to the socio-economic developments of the region, the outcomes of globalization, and the glamour that had now been started attached to professional degrees like engineering in Kerala. Malayalam movie Traffic introduces a new standard of experimental cinema around this time. Traffic uses a language that was closer to the contemporary, fast evolving lives of the Malayali and struck well with the audience. The same formula was used in another city flick, Chapa Kurushi, that deals with the mishap in the life of a tech savvy construction businessman when his iPhone gets misplaced. Before Chapa Kurusha and Traffic, several other films from the past like Karutaratrigal, Jaitra Yatra, Bharatan Effect, Adishan, Red Rain had experimented with techno-scientific themes. However, the overblown illogical fantasy element in these films made them miserably fail at the box office. They had employed the aspects of magical and fantasy to depict the adverse effects of technological mishandling. The tech films post 2010, as I have mentioned, normalizes technical mishaps by placing it within the Malayalis' most familiar surroundings. For example, in films like Drishyam, Salala Mobile, Surubadakan, Selfie, Android, Kunyappan, etc., we see technology depicted as a part of our day-to-day activities, and even technological mishandling occurs from the most known, familiar, and relatable circumstances. The familiarization of these tech gadgets continued till the recent times in Malayalam and slowly converged into the popularity of social networking sites, which had a relatively great impact on the cultural sensibilities of the region and its cinemas. The case study that is follow shall therefore try to analyze how the experimental bent of Malayalam cinemas and this politics of familiarization works in the popularity of cyber noir films in Malayalam, when suddenly the familiar surroundings become strange and fear of a disease disrupts this language of the everyday. The COVID-19 pandemic and the uncertainties it has wreaked into the Kerala society has compelled cinemas to experiment with styles that adequately register the strangeness, disruptions, and bleakness of the time. The pandemic cinemas of Malayalam have largely been crime, mystery, investigative thrillers that employ noir elements to deal with existential crisis that characters encounter. Apart from electronic evidences and video footages, the virtual life of characters become quite important aspect in these thrillers. While the year 2020 begins with a crime thriller Anjam Padra, The Fifth Midnight, employing multiple techno-cyber discourses to unravel a murder mystery, the cyberspace itself becomes the narrative space in See You Soon as the pandemic takes a toll over the country. See You Soon, directed by Mahesh Narayan, is an experimental thriller that takes place on a computer screen location and is shot on an iPhone. The characters in the film appear only in their virtual worlds. The plot revolves around Jimmy, who is a client executive in a bank in the UAE, and Anu, whom Jimmy meets on a dating app. Jimmy develops an immediate closeness to the girl and introduces her to his family via video call. However, Jimmy's mother takes the help of Jimmy's cousin, Kevin, a cybersecurity specialist, to find out further details of Anu's personal life. Initially, Kevin finds nothing suspicious. In a series of events that take place, Anu's identity starts to get mysteriously puzzling for both Kevin as well as the viewers. Anu is found to be a victim of a prostitution racket in the UAE by the end of the movie. who has been faking her virtual identity. She is sent back to India after she makes a narrow escape from a flat where she has been kept as a hostage. Though Jimmy finds it hard to believe, he realizes his love for her was true and sets to find her out using a contact number that Kevin provides him. The entire screening of events happens on laptops, mobile screens, video calls via Google Duo, Google Meet, FaceTime, CCTV cameras, Facebook and WhatsApp chats, YouTube, and Twitter. The world of See You Soon is quite closer to the new realities. The narrative takes the viewers into the most intimate spaces of private conversations, as if the viewers are well in their rights to read the text being exchanged, calls being made, something that the film tries to share with the conditions of the new normal, where the COVID surveillance and route map tracing gives outsiders access to the private world of individuals, and neighbors and friends turn into informants and stalkers. The cyberspace in film becomes quite livable, real, and slowly getting accustomed into the everyday. Unlike Anjam Padra, the familiar spaces of the city are absent in See You Soon. The mystery and the secrets of the Noyer city translates into the secrecy of the cyberspace, secrecy of the everyday. The crime takes place within the most intimate surroundings. This also calls for an interpretation or reinterpretation of the notion of the everyday that has been hitherto defining the Malayalam movies, whether it is those activities that one performs on a day-to-day basis, the most traveled journeys, the most inhabited spaces, the most known, or is it a space where constant negotiation with the unfamiliar takes shape? In See You Soon, the character of Jimmy first seems to have been devastated when the real identity of Anu gets revealed, but we see him slowly negotiating with the duplicity of the two worlds to which he is intimately connected to. See You Soon readily captures the shock of the pandemic world created by estrangement of familiar places. The discourse of the cinematic negotiates with the shock through accommodation and normalization of new spatial conditions like the computer screen, but the characters and the narrative take time to reconcile with the sudden strangeness of their personal spaces. In See You Soon, the everyday becomes a space of resilience and negotiation with the unfamiliar. It is a place of disappointment, of broken promises, rather than an upbeat endorsement of the new. Much of the pandemic narratives after See You Soon again explore the strangeness of the familiar worlds using innovative genre techniques, as more and more of them now turn into the space of the domestic, the personal, and the virtual. Horror thrillers like The Priest, suspense thrillers like Niril Nayar find their immediate worlds to be sites of criminality and strangeness. In all these films, the sacredness of the domestic spaces gets disrupted when criminals arise from these well-known spaces. In films like Great Indian Kitchen, the homely spaces like kitchen turns out to be site of systemic abuse, and in movies like Joji, Karayam, the most intimate family members suddenly, become strangers. In recent techno horror films like Chaturmukham and Cold Case, one's personal mobile phone or domestic household gadgets like refrigerator suddenly evoke fear and estrangement, showcasing what Mark Olivier calls the features of household horrors. In short, the paper, using recent cyber noir films, has tried to critique the idea of the everyday, which has been crucial in the making and distinctness of Malayalam films. The analysis traces the history of Malayalam films and its spatial canvas to argue that how these films had culturally and historically been closer to the mundane realities of the Kerala society than homogenizing with the grand narratives of the nation. The analysis shows that the framework of the everyday helps Malayalam films to accommodate the shock and disruptions of the new through organic negotiations rather than through magic and spectacles. The pandemic narratives like See You Soon therefore provides a context to explore this tendency, while the aesthetics of the cinematic successfully domesticates the cyberspace. The narrative in itself reveals the ambiguity of these everyday spaces as both familiar and unfamiliar. Thank you.